So two questions back. So Gabriel, I noticed that today you were moderating a panel that was called Expertise in a Post-Truth Era. It went very well. I'm curious, where do you think this post-truth era, where did it start? Where did it come from?
I think there have been a lot of factors that have contributed to an erosion in the status of expertise, in the role of truth, in the power of facts in our public discourse and in policy making. But one that I'm really fixated on is the decline in trust in the media, because I think the media has always played a referee's role in our government and our political arena. And when people stop seeing the media as an independent arbitrator and sees it as just another combatant, then their confidence in the entire discussion goes down and their trust in all of the players diminishes.
So on the same topic, Canada has a lot of great universities. What role do you see these post-secondary education institutions, what role will they play in addressing some of this post-truth era type of issue?
Well, I don't think any institution has a more important role in fighting the post-truth problem than universities. And I think that role has two forms. One, we absolutely need universities, scholars across disciplines to continue producing knowledge, because it's through the production of knowledge, through new discovery, through new insights, that we not only learn about our world, but we constantly affirm the value and importance of truth. The idea that being informed is important and that it's the key to progress. And then the other part is the role that universities play forming people and educating them and giving them the skills to be not just inventive workers, but also informed citizens.
So in your opinion, which areas or disciplines do you think can play a good role in this process?
I think, and this might sound like I'm fudging the question, but I actually think there's an important role for all disciplines, because on the knowledge creation side, I think we can see some obvious ways that, for instance, political science is going to help us understand what is it about our political institutions that Canadians perhaps aren't responding to in the way that they did in the past, or how do they have to change if Canadians are going to maintain their trust. But more basically than that, I think that what universities do is they educate people by drawing them towards a discipline where they feel a great deal of passion themselves. And then in pursuing that passion, they learn skills about how to communicate, how to think independently, how to put yourself in another person's shoes. And my experience has been, whether you're studying English, whether you're studying French literature, whether you're studying sociology, you can learn those skills if you are really engaged in the work.
So let's take the question a little bit further out and say, what role do you think the government of Canada can have in playing to this post-truth era?
I think the government of Canada has an important role to play, and I think the first thing is for people in government to wake up to the unique challenge that we're facing and the role that they can only play. We're having a good conversation in this country right now about the future of federal investments in research. But I think it's too narrow. I think the conversation is still too much about how investment A will lead to skill B or technology C. And I think we have to realize that we need to have a bigger view of the kind of human capital we need to build as a country. And the federal government needs to see that that's a national challenge. And it's not something that gets done one research project at a time. It's something that really requires a vision and a kind of comprehensive view of what Canadians need to be good citizens and successful in the economy, and what our universities need in terms of resources to build that.
Is it a long process, do you think?
I think it's a long-term process, and to a degree, I think we have to get past the idea that this is something that has a start and a finish. You know, every successful company in this country has a human resources department. They never think their human resources work is finished.
Yeah.
In fact, if there is anything that is a sort of constant in all these enterprises, it is we have to constantly be looking at ways to retain and engage our staff and to attract new ones who are going to help us succeed. And I think we have to see education and research in the same way. This is just an ongoing part of building a society that thrives. And when we fall back, every part of our lives suffers.
Yeah. So we're here at the CSPC. Do you find value in this kind of a conference or where there is a chance to address some of this post-truth era issues that are arising?
I have to tell you, I already had a positive view of the conference, but my eyes have really been opened today. I thought that the response and attendance at our own panel was really encouraging, and there's just a very positive feeling in the building of people being engaged and both networking but also learning and contributing. So I think it's a conference that has a lot to offer.
So Gabriel, if people want to contact you at the Federation, or if they want to learn more about what you do, the work you do, where should they go to find out about that?
Go online, Google Federation for Humanities and Social Sciences. You'll find online all of our contact information. You'll learn about our members, the 80 universities and 80 scholarly associations who we represent, the tens of thousands of faculty and graduate students. And you'll also find all of the big thinking panels that we've hosted on Parliament Hill and here at the CSPC conference over the past several years. And we welcome all visitors and anyone who's interested in learning more about what we do.
Thanks for the chat, Gabriel. It's fantastic.
My pleasure.
Great to meet you.
Thanks.
Enjoy the rest of the conference.